You're listening to the Hamptons to Hollywood podcast. If you're just tuning in, welcome. And if you're a regular listener, thanks for coming back. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts and wherever else you may be listening. I'm Kyle Langan, the founder of HamptonsToHollywood.com, and for the next month or so, we'll be embarking on a new series on the podcast, in addition to our usual conversations, with the Kyle Chronicles, the popular column I write on our lifestyle site that talks about relationships. It's been featured in digital publications across LA and has even had a spin-off in the LA Times. The Kyle Chronicles is a collection of thoughtful essays, musings, and articles that talk about my own journey in the relationship world after coming out. Romantic relationships, platonic, friendships, hookups, the whole enchilada. So if you haven't read any episodes yet on our site, now's your chance to listen. The Kyle Chronicles, Episode 1, We'll Always Have the Yacht. Jack, does everyone here think you're straight? Kyle, yeah, and I am. Little curious, though. Jack, oh, okay. Kyle, yeah, but you're a pretty good-looking guy. Jack, well, thanks, you too. Kyle, you should come over. The aforementioned is the first conversation I ever had with Jack. I had just given him my phone number, and we were on a yacht, playing footsie at sunset. So cute, right? Hours before that, I had just unwittingly unhinged myself from a semi-dependent friendship, or rather a complicated relationship with another person, because of an article I had written on HamptonsToHollywood.com that completely outraged him into never wanting to speak to me again. He was done, tired of being hurt by me, a person who would never reciprocate the same feelings he felt toward me. And also probably he was hurt by the fact that I admitted to him I wanted to date girls again. I was upset by his extreme reaction of going radio silent, primarily because there was someone alive in the world that had such contempt for me. But all the uncertainty of losing an integral person in my life completely fell overboard the second I laid eyes upon Jack. It was definitely like at first sight. Piercing blue eyes, devastatingly handsome, with ever the slightest twinge of mystery, Jack captivated me in a way that was completely new and unexpected. He came on board the yacht of our mutual friend with his roommate Sam, who was completely antithetical of Jack. For every calm, cool, and collected nerve inside of Jack, there was a bombastic, hilarious, and brazen comment that spilled out of Sam that left me in stitches. He even stood at the helm of the yacht and mooned all of us within an hour of my meeting him. When we were anchored at sea, drinking and watching the sunset, Jack and I were leaning with our backs against two opposite walls directly across from one another. I slipped my foot in between his before commanding the courage to ask for his phone number, which he promptly gave me and sent me the aforementioned conversation. Truth be told, I had just come off of a string of dating 3 girls, none of whom I felt any special connection with because, spoiler alert, I was gay. Jack made me call into question my most recent dating choices. Was I really into guys, or maybe it was just him? When we docked, Jack had to drive a now drunken, but still hilarious, Sam back to their home in Hollywood, while I was headed back to my house in Long Beach. Needless to say, my invitation for Jack to come home with me never quite panned out. I said goodbye to him, and Sam, feeling excited, smiling to myself. And, I couldn't help but think the old saying was true. When one door closes, another door opens. I think it's from, The Sound of Music or something. I had abruptly ended a significant chapter of my life, and on the same day was confident a completely new one would be starting. So what did you guys think? Like it, hate it, interested in my own personal stories, I think you're going to like what's to come next. Super relatable. Everyone has crazy relationships in their lives, and these stories are meant to shed a light on them and let you know that you're not alone. Please leave me your feedback in the comments on Apple Podcasts or wherever else you listen to your podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next week.